Well, that's cool. That's really cool. We love when things just don't work, right? Oh, that works. Chat. I spent the last like 30 minutes trying to figure that out. I had a whole intro planned and I was like, "Oh no, my camera's not working, chat. This is not great." But we love that. My camera was just blurry or it just didn't work. So, yeah, that was fun. But we still gotta do an intro before I freak out about a specific card that just came out. When I say just, it was last week. It's been a while, and I'm still like very excited for obvious reasons. Um, so first of all, welcome. Okay, hold on, pause, time out, and action. Welcome to Lorcana After Dark. I'm your host, yours truly, Y Breezy, and welcome to the third episode of Lorcana After Dark. Today, we got you a phenomenal show. Guests are buzzing. Great guests, phenomenal guests, beautiful guests, awesome guests. Um, Mr. B Square 24 will be here joining us in about 20-ish minutes. Oh, yes, sir. One of the best people in the community. Woo! Phenomenal, phenomenal, phenomenal. You might be wondering what else is there. Well, hour two, we will have the one and only Impact TCG, one of the most electric, most woo people in the community. So, as you can see, our third episode is also stacked. Last episode we got phenomenal people. First episode we had phenomenal people. So we're keeping the all-star level. We had the all-star game not too long ago, so we're continuing that into the show. So appreciate everyone that's coming in, everyone that's kind of hanging out, kind of chilling, big chilling, if you will. But yeah, man, just so much to talk about, right? INKLAND came out. INKLAND's out. Well, not out, but well, first and actually, let's actually dive into that real quick. Some people are opening them, and I don't know how I feel about it, other than a little confused. Whatnot is definitely a different app, different community. I understand that. However, there's some sort of like, uh, how can I say this one? Like, it just doesn't feel right when other stores are getting their hands on the pack, right? But like they're selling it. It just feels weird. It just feels weird. I know pre-sale exists, all that false stuff, but like I don't know. It's just weird. It's a weird thing. It's not my decision, obviously, so I have no say in it. But I don't know. It just it doesn't feel right. It just feels off. And yeah, so we saw the Facebook post about the ones that were not on sale, but they were on sale. It was a little confusing. We were kind of diving into that not too long ago, but we have no power over that, so we just kind of brush it over, call it a day, right? We just cry about it. That's kind of how it works. So, Lorcana After Dark episode 3. What will we be talking about? Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to tell you a story. I'm going to tell you a big old story. I've told this in the first episode, but we kind of have to elevate that. I don't know if you guys know this, but I do enjoy Cusco. He's one of my favorite cards. He's one of my favorite. Hold on, actually, I can prove it to you guys. I have ordered 240 Llama Cuscos, and I have plenty of these guys. These guys, yeah. You've seen them. You've seen the cards. You've seen them. You've seen what they do. So, ladies and gentlemen, I bought 240 of the llamas because they're 1 cent a pop. So I bought 240 of them in one sitting, and then I bought another 200 because it's cheap. Why not? So I have like 1,000 llama Cuscos and about like 50 emperors, I believe, so far, adding to the collection soon. But that those are always good to talk about. However, chapter 3 was coming along, and we were doing Cusco Watch, which for the ones that don't know, Cusco Watch is basically us kind of reviewing what cards were coming out and how close are we to getting our Emperor into set number 3, because we have not missed one yet, because there's only been 2 sets, and 2 sets both have the Emperor in it. And what do you know? Every week went by, my sweat got a little hotter. It got a little tighter. I was worried. I was worried. I was worried. And then, we were blessed at the last second as the numbers were closing by. The Cusco watch was dying. We got the one and only, the Cusco's Proudest. Wow, crazy. Right? It was awesome. It was awesome. We were like, oh no, that's kind of cool. The card kind of isn't that great, but it's a Cusco card, so we take that W and run with it. Although I will try to make it work. It's not gonna work, but it will. I will try. I'll try. I'm gonna try. I promise. I'm gonna make that card work. It's gonna be really, really hard. Voyage is gonna be really good. Voyage. Really? I said voyage. Okay. That card is gonna be really good. But that was it. That was it. I had our woo, we did it. We did it. Chat kind of moment. And changes started getting released. And ladies and gentlemen, whenever that started happening, things were tingly. Things were getting excited. We're looking into the future, the past. We saw that there's more enchances than before. Oh, wait a minute. That gives opportunity and hope. Hope that we get one card specifically made for this. So the rumors were coming along. Is it locations? What is it? Is it past enchances that didn't make the cut for set 1, set 2? No. It was locations and items and songs. Which Zeus, by the way, phenomenal card. But as we kind of got introduced to the first enchanted location, things started ticking. There's only 3 locations per set, per the colors. So there's 18, I believe, 18 locations. 3 being emerald, and there's 1 emerald card that was potentially might not have made it, but it did, guys. Oh my god! Hold on, chat. Wait a minute, chat. Wait, chat. Chat, things are falling apart, chat. Things are falling apart. Cusco's, we're gonna get Cusco's. We're going to get Cusco's poison. We will get it. Yeah, we will. It's gonna happen. We're gonna sip that thing. It's gonna be so beautiful. But my tech is giving me problems. Give me a second. We're gonna talk about a specific card here. You know the one. I'm gonna scream at it, and you guys are gonna be like, "Shut up!" And I'll be like, "No," because why would I? How can I? How should I? Why should I? These are the questions. Take a shot. I can't, dude. I can't. I don't have my drinks on me. Okay, I would love to. Well, we're gonna do that for our episode. Okay, hear me out. We're gonna play the game together when you're on the show. Just saying. So, about some edible glitter dust. Ooh, I have edible glitter actually. Fun fact, I do have that. But it'd be super cool if this chat, it's not working. Anyway, but we got it. We got the card. Things are breaking apart. I know. I'm aware. But we're gonna make it work. I promise. I'm making jello shot for my pack cracking stream. They will be badly drawn llama taped into sides. Yes, dude. That's what I'm talking about, dude. That's what I'm talking about. That's what we need. That's truly what we need. Whoa. Whee! Yay! He did it, chat. He did it. He knows his tech. Oh my god, it looks so good. Wow. Okay, cool. Cool, 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 cool. So, we did it. This is the greatest card of all time. Chat, 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 chat. Chat, this is the greatest thing to ever happen. You hear me? You hear? Look at it. Look at it, and now look at me. Look at it. Wait, look at it. Now look at me. Now look at it. Now look at me. Now look at it. Now look at me. You hear me? That's the best thing. Do not. Okay, so here's the thing. Here's the double-edged sword. I want people to not like this card. Hear me out, because it's gonna be cheaper. People are like, I don't like this one. Ooh, I don't like this one. Ooh, this one's not that great. Well, you're wrong. They're wrong. I'm right. You're wrong. So, like, this is the best thing to ever happen since what, chat? Since I don't know. I really don't have a still not as fine as Kita. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, so with Kita, I barked at it, right? When Kita came out, I was feral. I barked at it for like a couple of minutes, and then we moved on. It was great. It was a great time. I do believe Kita's gonna be more expensive for sure. For sure. Will that be my chase? Potentially. But Fang City is spicier? Whoa, 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 whoa! Whoa! I mean, you're not wrong. Like, playability-wise. I do agree. But we're gonna be delusional. We're gonna be just delusional, and that's gonna be okay. That's gonna be fine. We're gonna talk about this card for a bit. I was so excited. Yeah, power level wise, I can't disagree. Unfortunately, this ability kind of the 3 kills this card. Like, the 3 absolutely kills this card, and that's the problem. And that's the problem, and that's why this card is not gonna do so hot. And that's okay. That's okay. We're gonna be okay. Things are gonna be all right. Everything's gonna be all right. I got my favorite card and my favorite I actually play with. Exactly. This is my favorite card. It's gonna be the best one. It's so pretty. Some people are like, oh, it's too far, but like, kind of makes sense, right? Because like the green mist is kind of leading up to the whole thing, and people are like, oh, no, it's not that good. Well, they're wrong. They're actually wrong. I think it's the best one. I know some people like the Pride Land. Some people like the ship, which is fair. But like, you know how excited I'm gonna be when I can play the Cusco inside of this? It's gonna be so fun. It's gonna be so great. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be one of the best experiences we're gonna have, and that's gonna be so good. But you know, it's really pretty. It's really pretty. It's one of my favorite cards. But we should probably talk about the other ones, right? We should probably talk about the other ones because we got a couple of minutes. We gotta move for, yeah. We're gonna definitely do that. We're gonna make it cheaper. We're gonna make it so that it's available for more value. We're gonna make sure that people play that card, and it's gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right. But we should probably talk about the other ones. RLS Legacy. It looks all right. You know, it's fine. It's okay. It's not my favorite. I mean, but I'm super biased. But like, it's fine. It looks really good with the shine. Yeah, there's the song for the 1 cost that lets you move a character for free. So we're definitely gonna do that. But like, it's just not efficient. Like like moving my Cusco in there is funny, but it doesn't do anything, right? So it's fine. It's whatever. It's not a good card. I wish it was more lore. But art. We're talking about the art here. I'm not. It's okay. It looks great. It's fine. The evasive is really cool. When your character flies too less to move a character, you're hunting for the RL. Okay. We like that. We like the hunt. Bell's house. Okay, so chat. This is mid, right? This is like art. Okay, so when I say mid, I don't mean like the art's bad. It's just kind of a. It's just kind of. You know, just books. It's cool. Like, it's cool. It's again. It's all opinion based. My opinions are not correct. Although to me it is, because it's my opinion. I get, you know what I mean. And so it's like one of those things where we just, this is not my favorite. If I pack this, am I gonna trade it away? Probably, probably. Um, but I do like the card. I like my items. And then we got this. Let me tell you about Pride Lands, dude. The Pride Land looks so good, so good. When I mean good, I mean really pretty. This card, I love when there's like a dark background. The dark background is really cool, and it's gonna shine really pretty, and it's such a cool, simple yet beautiful card, and I'm really excited for it. I know the Glimmer Gang is really excited for this one. I know this. I just love this one, man. I do love this one quite a bit. I do love this one quite a bit. So it's just one of those things where I wish I could pack. I would love to pack these. Some of these are like, will I ever get them? Probably not, but I really like it. Yeah, the art is so good. It's just so good. And then I would like to talk about potentially the best art. Potentially the best art in the Enchanted series. And it is the one and only. And then along came Zeus. Not only it's a great card, not only it's a really good card, it's also incredibly metal. Like, this is a cover for an album. No doubt. This card I want so bad. Like, this card screams rock, you know? This card screams, I want to jam out. This card screams, I want to have a good time. This card screams, we're rocking out. Like, this card bangs. This card is great. And that is why this card is going to be really expensive. I think this guy's going to be pricey. I do believe that. We don't know the odds yet. I know we're probably going to get potentially like the Divorced Dad Rock. Yeah, this song listens to Nickelback. This song, yeah, this song gets to be played in a red truck somewhere. Like, this song is to drive to get your child support money. This card is so good. This card is so Divorced Dad Rock. I love it. This song is a Nirvana cover. This song, Nickelback cover. 3 Doors Down. What else? What else is Divorced Dad? We're just gonna list off Divorced Dad Rock. What if I told you this song isn't played? Who told you that? I played. This card is really good. This card is really good. It played I seen it played in the Jafar deck, actually. It's really good. What? And then the Sorcerer's Hat. Wow! I love items. I wish this was the Lucky Dime. I know it's not. It's fine. I wish the roles were reversed and that the item was the legendary item and the location for Amethyst was the Queen's room or whatever the card's called. I think that's the only thing I would switch. I do like this card. This card looks really pretty and I would like to get one. But I would like that switched out. I think that this is a great potential. I do think it's fantastic, and I do genuinely believe that it's gonna see some play. But maybe in a Broom Puppies deck, still cool art. Yeah, I mean, I do for enchanted purposes. Like right now, I'm talking about enchanted purposes because like my brain doesn't function with like, oh, what card's good, because I haven't played any of them. I don't know. I don't know where anything's gonna go. But I do think enchanted purposes, I wish they put the Lucky Dime instead of this, and then put the Queen's location here instead of that, or the Forbidden Mountain to really make content creators happy in the realm of Lorcana content creation. Because then the Forbidden Mountain would have done the same thing I'm doing with Cusco's Palace. And it would have been really fun. We would have been high-fiving each other. Would have been like, yeah, dude, boom. And then would have like chest bumped each other. It would have been a good time. But they took that away from us. So I'm sorry, the Forbidden Mountain. I do apologize for that unfortunate turn of events. We could have had a good, woo, we did it moment. But they took that away from us. And that's okay. We'll be all right. We'll only cry a little bit. But yeah, the Sorcerer's Hat is definitely one that I love items. Items as a concept is like one of my favorite things. Equipments, all that stuff really makes me happy. So yeah, I think all of these are really, really good additions into the game, and I think it's gonna make it really more fun to obtain them moving forward, because it's just an extra. The obvious choice from the company. I know, but like, I don't know. I said Bell's house is also iconic, but like there was such a big emphasis on like Scrooge, right? There was such a big emphasis on that like 80s early, the cartoons, the DuckTales, all that stuff. They had a big emphasis this set, and I really thought we're gonna like get that too, but it's okay. It's not a oh my god, this is the worst thing to happen, but it's just, I don't know. The first legendary item not getting an enchanted just feels could have been better. But again, I'm happy. I can't complain, right? I physically cannot have any issues with the choices they made, because they made the right one. They made the right one. Chat, they made the right one. I know, but like they've done it's that's not a problem though, because they've done the multiple same franchises. Peter Pan and Captain Hook is then literally like the pictures are together. It's the same picture, so it's not like something they could have avoided. Like they didn't do it because of that, but it's fine. It's cool. We're having fun with it. We're gonna. It's just one of those conversations. Like, it doesn't really matter, just purely because like what we were half of what, like most of us aren't gonna pack most of these. But I'm gonna buy this. You should too. You should buy it. I should buy it. Everyone should buy it. We should all own a copy, so that way it's super cheap. So I can buy more. But yeah. So they made all the great choices. The art, again, I do want to emphasize how good the art of this game is. Like just all of them are just bangers after bangers after bangers after bangers. Like what are we, what? So crazy. Overall, just Jafar is going to break the bank. Shout out Jafar. I've already talked about all of these, but like I do want to bring him out because just price perspective, there's a high chance these are going to be really, really expensive. And Grandma, who doesn't like Grandma? She got the Elsa treatment, right? It looks Elsa, which is great. I love that card. So it's a win-win. It's a win-win. Captain Hook, great. The connection between the other ones also fantastic. And then, everyone's kind of favorite, our queen, or the one and only Ursula. This card makes me really, 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 really happy. It should make you really, really happy. We're all really, really happy about this. And yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna do this again. I have woofed it many times, but only because the original art for Jafar was super good. Yeah. So I think it's kind of a common consensus at this point, where everyone's like, I'd rather have the cold foil. So yeah, but like my body physically cannot be more like the amount of excitement I have for Kita to be available in like 3 days. Oh my god. This is so good. We're so close. The days are counting. The midnight releases are happening. Things are just changing along, and there's so much to talk about. There's so much potential. There's so much deck talk. There's so many things to do. I just have nothing else like genuinely more excited than just having these cards in our hands, playing. Make a display for it if you pull it. I will do whatever it takes. I will. This I don't know what we'll do. I really don't know what we will do if she comes into my hands, which will be really cool. But yeah, like there's nothing more exciting. There's nothing more exciting than a new set because there's so much new opportunities. We're kind of tired of the meta. We're kind of tired of all of it. People are getting exhausted. People are not going to events. Well, people that want to go to events are still going because they want the money, they want the pricing, they want all that stuff. But like in that casual to like, oh, I want to go to events every once in a while. We're slowly having that like, oh, I don't want to play Ruby Amethyst for 8 hours. So it's really nice and sweet that we are going to see opportunities over and over again and see what happens. But ladies and gentlemen, we have our first guest in the show in just a few moments. Chat, chat, chat. There's no better like you know him. I know him. I watched that man before I get to talk to him. So it's been phenomenal. Let's jump into it, shall we? Wait, what? Oh, oh! Look at that handsome devil.
What's up?
Oh, how are you doing, sir?
I'm good. I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Even better that you're here. First of all, it's an honor to have you on the show. Wait, wait, wait. Technical errors. Bang, bang. I'm working on actually like making. Oh, there he is. There he is. Wait, 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 wait. Can I get you bigger? I can get you bigger. Oh, look at that. He's the whole screen now. Oh my goodness. Oh my. Oh, look at that. I mean, we don't need anything else. You can just model for us for like 30 minutes. That'll be cool.
Hmm.
But how are you doing today, man?
I'm doing good, dude. Excited for Into the Inklands.
So
Just basically
close.
just waiting for Friday,
Everyone's just on a
waiting.
countdown, right? Like it's just
Yeah.
gonna. Everyone's just like, "Urgh." Well, kind of get your hot takes. What got you
Hmm.
excited? I mean, I've seen you talk about it yesterday, but what got
Hmm.
you? What got your like what got your jaw dropped? What are your some like? Ooh, this is definitely going to the decks. What are some things that just got you thinking, got you scheming already?
It's really hard to tell because it's so early.
Right.
We've only had all the cards for a couple days at this point. Everybody seems to be playing the Beast Infinite Loop
$40.
deck. Yeah, like wild. I got one of mine today. I ordered two.
Let's go.
Um, I ordered it when it was like $6 as soon as Sheriff Nottingham and the Bayou got revealed. Uh, and when I saw that Beast was up to like 30 or $40, I was like, what the heck? This is
Mm,
crazy. So, yeah, I just like seeing everybody talk about that has been interesting, mainly because I can't believe people are actually spending that much money
it's selling.
on the card. Yeah, like there's so many outs to this deck. I'm a little bit blurry. I just realized. Hold on.
So good.
To this deck, and
Oh,
like I can't imagine actually paying all of that money for a
uh-huh.
deck that I know is going to get countered like you know pretty easily if people actually start trying to bring it to tournaments and playing it competitively. So that's been pretty interesting. I haven't had a ton of time to actually do a bunch of deck building on my own.
Mm-hmm.
I've been trying to catch up with like
Busy.
content and that kind of thing. Yeah, I've been
Yeah.
busy. Um, but I will say one thing that really excites me is a lot of stuff going on in Amber and in
Ooh,
Steel. Not even them together, though I think that, Steel Song's been a thing for the first
still
two
gonna be
sets, so
strong.
I'm sure it's not going anywhere. Yeah. But the Perdita is really catching my eye. Like I think
Okay.
she's gonna be a really good, more like aggro mid-range card, sort
Mm-hmm.
of that top end finisher, like the thing. Like you can just play her and then bring back a bodyguard or like bring
Oh
back
yeah.
stuff that your opponent just banished. So I think that's gonna be pretty cool. And then I was looking at some different like Pluto lines
Mm-hmm.
today, and being able to like play Pluto on one, and then ramp Baloo out afterwards, the bodyguard that like
Mm-hmm.
gains you two lore when he's banished. I think that's really cool. And there's also a bunch of other ramp lines and with
Yeah.
Pluto and Amber, which I think is fun. I enjoy ramping, and
Oh, that's why I
weirdly
love
enough,
Sapphire too. But
yeah,
yeah.
that's what I was gonna say. Like Sapphire, that's its thing, but it's just not. It just doesn't do well. Like you have to do a lot to make it work, and Amber can do it, I think, in a bit better of a
Mm-hmm.
capacity. So I don't know. I've always had a soft spot for Amber because of my boy Stitch. But
Oh yeah.
yeah,
It's
that's all that's been on my mind now. That and then Robin Hood. I think Robin Hood
Steel
is
Robin
he's
Hood is
probably
crazy.
yeah, like, he's probably not being slept on, but I just don't see a lot of people talking about him yet, and he's
Mm-hmm.
such a good card, man. Like,
Oh
he
yeah.
just does so many things. I think he's gonna be a staple in a lot of Steel decks, and,
Mm-hmm.
like, he can do a lot of things that, Steel wasn't able to do before. Like, you can shift Robin Hood out on turn 3, and then if you wanna sing A Whole New world that early, you can do that, or if you need to sing any other kinda song. Super beefy. He, like, progresses your win condition while controlling the board, and replaces himself unless your opponent gets rid of him outside of a challenge. And I think like the art is just great. It's like a very legendary card in
Mm-hmm.
my opinion.
Oh, for sure.
So
For
yeah,
sure.
that's kind of where my eyes have been for the set so far.
That's so interesting you mentioned Robin Hood because like I think about because I play Steel Sapphire with like paper,
Hmm.
and like for me he's like a perfect Cogsworth edition because now I
Yeah.
have resist on the body and I get to do damage and I'm luring with it and he's a big body so it's I that's very interesting that you have that aspect as well. I do see a lot of potential with him. I don't know if he's gonna like replace anything, but I think he'll be just a great addition
Yeah.
as an like an option to have a steel. Steel's already eating up. You know, steel's already complementing all the other colors. Amber is really
Hmm.
good. Sapphire is really good. Emerald really got a lot of love with it. Yeah, Amethyst right now is being the most brewed deck in the lab. Everyone's like
Yeah.
Jafar's breaking the game. Jafar's gonna ban
Hmm.
cards. So what are your like? Are we scared of Jafar for realsies? What like because people are already
This
breaking it, you know?
Yeah, like that's the thing. I don't know if this is a hot take or not, but I don't think Jafar is actually that scary. Like as a card, he's really good. His ability
Mm-hmm.
is very good. Like you're doing two of the probably most powerful things you can do in the game, which is draw cards and
Yeah.
gain lore, like all at the same time. So like Jafar on his own is really good, and of course with a whole new world, that's a really good combo. And even needing like three parts to the combo isn't what makes him bad. And like he's not bad, but that's not where the downfall is. Like people have been playing Tink on 3, Tink on 4
Right.
swords since the first chapter. So,
Mm-hmm.
like finding
Dang.
three cards at that point, it's not difficult to do.
Yeah.
I think the problem is um it's very telegraphed. A lot of people are building decks where Jafar just is the win condition, and then
Mm-hmm.
if that fails and people get rid of your Jafars or make you discard your whole new worlds, the deck just kind of flops.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, but I think there's a lot of counter play to that deck specifically because like you have bare necessities, you've got Ursula, you've got other forms of discarding cards from your opponent's hand pretty fast before they can really like get set up and do anything. There's plenty of cards that can banish the Jafar shift targets that are coming out either on turn 2 or turn 3 or turn 4 as they're coming out. And then like basically, if you don't hit the Jafar if you don't shift Jafar, you're really behind because you're
Hmm.
you're just giving your opponent an opportunity to banish it while it's sitting there. The evasive certainly helps with that, but like I don't see people testing with Ruby a ton right now.
Yeah.
And I think the moment that people start bringing Ruby back into a lot of their
Exactly.
stuff, like Jafar just kind of falls, maybe not falls away, but like it's just much less consistent, much less
Hmm.
scary.
Hmm.
And then like the scariest thing about Jafar is the whole line of shifting him on 5, singing a whole new world,
7.
and then, like, even if you find another whole new world after you sing him the first time, you can't play the whole new world again because you spent 5 to
Hmm.
shift him
For
and then you
sure.
use him to sing. So then you have to wait to do it again.
Hmm.
If you manage to get a turn where you have your ink ready and you can sing whole new world, then yeah, it's a little bit scary if you can like
Yeah.
sing whole new world into another whole new world, then spend 5 ink and play whole new world and you're gaining a bunch of lore. But even gaining 7 lore in one turn after having basically done not much other than try to set up the
Right.
combo.
Like
Like
it.
it's not game breaking. That's not going to win you the game. 7 lore is a lot of lore, but it's not enough to I don't know, be terrible. I will say like obviously the banning cards discussion has been happening
Ban
since
everything.
that
Let's just
one.
thumb
Yeah.
wrestle. Let's just ban
Yeah.
every card, and we just hang out, and the winner just gets decided through like I don't know. I said thumb wrestling just because I think that'd be funny, but yeah, yeah, people are just I don't know pro like I am still pro ban, but it's a little too soon. I do believe.
Yeah, like I feel like right now things are fine. I'd think Jafar might be the straw that breaks the camel's back on something like a whole new world.
Hmm.
But again, after having seen the decks that have been coming out with it, I'm actually not all that convinced that that's even gonna do it. And like I said, there's so much counterplay in this set anyway for song heavy decks.
Hmm.
I don't see the amethyst steel Jafar build that everybody's building around sticking around. I can absolutely see a deck that's like Ruby Amethyst, Ruby Steel that
Yeah.
has other win conditions outside of Jafar, but runs Jafar because it's another threat that you're
Hmm.
forced to deal with. Absolutely. Like that's why I say he's still a good card. Um, but like Jafar, I don't think is the thing that's broken. The thing
Okay.
that makes it broken is like a
The
whole
other
new
card.
world in
Okay.
Jafar. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Because like that's the only deck I've truly tested so far. And when the combo works, you're just winning the game. Like that's just how
Mm-hmm.
and that's it's not super consistent in the sense of like okay every single game I'm doing it, but the moment you do it you win the game round 2, see you later kind of situation,
Mm-hmm.
where it's like is that healthy for the long term? Probably not. But again, banning cards over panicking is really fun. It's one of my favorite things to do. But I think it's not necessarily there yet. If anything, my like expectations similar to other card games is gonna be probably having that like ban list if there's any, uh,
Mm-hmm.
like around OP announcements because that's what happened with Yu-Gi-Oh. We got in 2002, the first World Championship of 2003 was coming out, so they released the limited list with Pato Grid at one, the Regekis, and
Mm-hmm.
big cards at one that really broke the game if you just drew them first, and that was like the big issue with it in the sense of like the game was more about which good cards you're drawing first. So let's get rid of those.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I'm definitely not against a ban list at all. I think it's healthy for card games. Um, I I do like rotation
Mm-hmm.
more than I do just like an eternal format.
Uh-huh.
But that's I feel like a personal preference kind of
Yeah,
thing. But I definitely wouldn't be mad if they eventually came out and they said, "Hey, these cards are a little over tuned, so we're gonna ban them for now."
for
And
sure.
like you can always unban a card, right?
Yeah,
Like if you
get
create
rid of it.
cards
Come
to
back.
counter them. But um yeah, like I think it would be fine. And I don't think we can expect to see a ban list until OP stuff is running
Mm-hmm.
because there's a lot of tournaments being played both online and in person, but I just don't think Ravensburger is gonna acknowledge that all of that is happening. And like
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure they look at the 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 stats for all that stuff, but like they can't acknowledge that it's real. I don't think so until we have official tournaments where cards are becoming a real problem, and you're seeing Ruby Amethyst and 8 Ruby
Yeah,
Amethysts in the top 8 all the time. Then I think we'll start to see something like a ban list. But until then, I think it's just going to be floodgates are open and play with whatever we have.
definitely, definitely. Without like official stuff, it's kind of whatever we want to do, and that's okay. That I think that's fine. The scares was happening as set 3 was ending with like,
Hmm.
the tournament that you were casting, and a bunch of the PPG tournament last week, Illuminators was casting, was like
Hmm.
the kind of just became too top heavy, and it's great for like competition, like for those comp players, but that like semi casual, that I'll go to events every once in a while, people were kind of starting to shy away, and I think that's
Hmm.
where things get scary, because like the pro players are always going to show up. It doesn't matter what deck they're playing, they just want to win, they want to get the money, they want to win the prizing. That's
Yeah.
just how it works. But the big like the rest of the 60% of the crowd is like, oh, I want to bring fun but still really good decks, or just compete and see what I can do. And those people are just not doing it anymore, including myself. So I'm really excited to see if this shakes it up a little bit, but hopefully in a healthy manner where people are like, okay, this is just another tier 0 format.
Yeah, I mean, I would prefer a format where there's a couple decks that you
For
could
sure.
bring, and there's not like right now, at least for Rise of the Floodborn, it definitely feels like if you're not playing Ruby Amethyst, you're putting yourself at a big disadvantage.
Absolutely.
And like, I don't even think Ruby Amethyst is particularly well. I mean, I'll say it's the best deck in the format right now, but it's not like it's unbeatable, right? It's not like it has an 80% win rate into every other deck. The issue is I think get a like you can get away with poor play more in Ruby Amethyst than you can with any of the
Mm-hmm.
other decks
Mm-hmm.
because of Ruby Amethyst. And so if you're going to bring Sapphire Steel, or you're going to bring Emerald Steel Discard or Steel Song or whatever, like you have to be on top of your game and you can't be misplaying anything. Um, Whereas with Amethyst Ruby, you just have room to mess up and like still be okay and recover. And so like it's possible to top events with other decks in Ruby Amethyst. We see it happen all the time.
Right.
It's just, yeah, like you said, for casual players and especially players that aren't really like living, breathing, and sleeping Disney Lorcana, they're gonna struggle in those events. And I I'm the kind of guy that like never wants to play the tier 0 deck. I always want to play the
Yes.
deck that like counters the tier 0 deck. So a format like this, especially for me, is just kind of like, oh, this is pain, So I hope that
Mm-hmm.
with Into the Inklands, we see a bit more variety happening in the meta.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, definitely. I'm a rogue goblin too, so like it's just one of those things where like I will refuse. I have never played Ruby Amethyst. Even though like I have
Hmm.
the perfect excuse, right? Like Cusco is very very important to
Yeah,
drop in the game,
exactly.
and I could be like, yeah, it's fine. It's totally fine, guys. I'm just totally on brand. But like it feels wrong, and it's a rogue goblin myself. It's just like I will not play that deck, and I hope we don't
Hmm.
get that happen to chapter 3 and 4, and hopefully so on. But yeah,
Hmm.
like it's just one of those things where it's not going to be healthy for the game if you just see the same deck chapter 3. And I feel like there's a little consensus with like, ooh, people are kind of shying away, but then again, like the pros are quiet right now. Like,
Hmm.
the people are out of the social media realms, they're just in the den cooking it up. So
Yeah, yeah, that's the fun thing. So I've seen a lot of people playing stuff, that's not Ruby Amethyst, which is good. I think
mhm.
people were so tired of it, and I'm waiting to see for all the competitive players and everybody to start saying, "Okay, we had our fun. We did the, fun combo stuff. Now let's actually start playing the, decks that we think are good and can hold up to everything else."
Oh, for sure, for sure. Well, yeah, like this is what's gonna be. But yeah, so I'm just gonna go back to chat a little bit. Like, let's answer some of those questions, because I know they're really enjoying it. Someone's talking about ready set draw TCG. They're saying the beast and the bayou is gonna be a little bit more scary. How do you feel about it? Do you think it's gonna be more scary? Because I don't know. It's not fun. It's fun. It's so fun. Pulling it off feels so exciting. Like when I see the players just doing this tap quest, tap quest, tap quest,
Hmm.
it feels like they're just DJing the game real quick, and it's really fun. but it's scary. But again, it's just one of those Jafar situations where it's like so many pieces have to be on the board to make it work.
Yeah, and I don't even know that it's all that it needs a lot of
$40.
pieces to work. I think it's more there's just so many ways to counter this deck that like I nobody's doing right now because everybody's just testing jank and like stuff that's fun, but
Hmm.
like if you have characters with ward, if you have characters with resist, if like there's removal in ruby, steel and sapphire, also in Emerald, if you count like bouncing as removal, that you can play before the turn that Beast is played. So like you can have it primed and ready to
Right.
play against Beast if you want it. Like there's so many things that you can slot into your deck to counter the Beast. Because literally all you have to do is either make sure that all the stuff on your board either has ward and resist,
Hmm.
or you have to just snipe Beast as soon as he comes down. Because like that,
Yeah.
he
Hold on
has
to
to
the
survive a
removal.
turn.
Hmm.
Yeah, so I think when push comes to shove, the beast deck is like a super fun deck to watch. It's a super fun deck to play.
Yeah.
It's great for league if you want to have some fun at league, but I don't expect we'll be seeing it at top tables. I think there is an Emerald Steel deck that we can expect to see at top tables that's just
Hmm.
not so reliant on that combo. Like
Yeah.
maybe it's in there in case they can do it, but it's a bit more widespread in its win condition in that
Hmm.
like it's doing more than just that.
Definitely. I think the focus on the discard with that in combination is just going to be more
Hmm.
powerful, especially with like the Ursulas that are coming in. It's just going to make that deck even a little bit more scary for sure.
Hmm.
And but I will say about the Bayou deck, it's a pack tactics special right there for multiplayer
Yeah.
pods. Multiplayer pods is gonna like I've been on that board. I made a video when like best Emerald cards when Floodborne was first coming out. Number one was pack tactics. I was like, it's gonna break the game. It's gonna be the greatest thing of all time. And I'm still in that board. And I think multiplayer, when you have that combo out with pack tactics, you're winning the game. And it's
Yeah,
gonna
I mean,
it's gonna be
Pack
so
Tactics
awesome.
is broken in multiplayer for sure. Yeah.
So great. I'm so hype, and it's even gonna be better. But around the last couple, I do want to kind of get to know the Mr. B Squared 24. Let me tell you about tell me about your journey. Why Lorcana? How Lorcana? What Lorcana? How did you get here, man?
Sure. So, I grew up playing TCGs like a lot of other people. Grew up watching Pokemon, played Yu-Gi-Oh, collected those cards. As I got a little bit older, probably into junior high, I stepped away from those primarily because I don't think I had a lot of people around me that like played them. There wasn't really an LGS where I grew up, and if even if there was, I'm not sure my parents would have known to take me there or even wanted to take me there anyway. So I ended up transitioning to digital TCGs. I started playing Hearthstone pretty competitively, and I was young,
Oh,
so like
nice.
I wasn't particularly good at the game, but I enjoyed playing it. Once I got into high school, I really took a big break from games in general because I
Hmm.
really dove deep into sports. Once I got into college, Legends of Runeterra came out, and I started
Ooh,
playing that
okay.
during the beta, and loved that game because I was really into the Riot games and
Hmm.
the Runeterra like world, League of Legends, and all that. And so this was like right up my alley. TCG.
Yeah.
That game was awesome because you could.
May
It
it
was
rest in
like
peace.
yeah, unfortunately. But it really expanded on the like lore and the world of Runeterra,
Hmm.
which I thought was really cool, and it was just a good card game. So that was the first time that I really started pushing myself as a card player and like trying to grind ranked, and
Hmm.
that's where I ended up building a lot of like fundamentals and actually learning what like good things in card games usually look like.
Hmm.
Um so I did that while I was in college for a while. Then a little over a year ago, I was like, I kind of miss Pokemon. I miss cracking packs. It seems pretty cool.
Right.
So I just like found a local LGS, walked in, bought one pack of Pokemon cards, and then walked out, opened it, like got that same rush that I
It's the
remember
best
getting as a
feeling ever.
child. Yeah,
Hmm.
and after that, I was hooked. I started playing Pokemon again.
Okay.
Ended up going to my LGS, like playing there locally, competing in local tournaments for that. Had a lot of fun. and was planning on like diving really deep into Pokemon and
Mhm.
going to regionals and things like that. Because that was in not this past November, but the one before that. And then that January, I found or I saw an IGN article that I think somebody posted in our locals Discord. And all I saw was the Brave Little Tailor Mickey
Oh.
and like TCG. And I was like, wait, is this a Disney trading card game? This looks kind of sick. So I read the IGN article. We knew nothing about the game at the time. We
Locked
only
in.
had yeah, we only had D23 cards, and I think Olaf and Dragonfire, and Jumba Jakiba had been revealed at that point. So that was the only thing we knew. We didn't know how to play the game. We didn't know what any of the numbers or words meant on the card.
Just things.
Um, but I fell in love with the art, and I told myself, like, I love the Pokemon IP, but
Mhm.
there's nothing really like special there for me. It's like it's cool. It's something I
Mhm.
played growing up. And Disney just feels more special. It's something that I actually have a desire to collect and have memories with, that are a bit more special. And so when I realized that there was gonna be a trading card game, I said if there was ever gonna be a trading card game that made it into like the big three or like big
Mhm.
four or whatever based on IP, it was going to be Disney. Like
Yeah.
if Disney can't do it,
No one
then
else.
no other card game can do it. So I put all my chips on Disney and said we're just going full all the way in on this trading card game.
Mhm.
That's when and like when I find something new that I like, I hyper fixate on it. I just dive headfirst into it. So the first thing that I did is like search everything that I could about Disney Lorcana, thinking that this was news that everybody already knew about. And there was nothing out there. Like I saw
Yeah.
Jaunty was making videos. Found the Illuminators were making
Mhm.
videos. I found Citizens of Lorcana with their podcast, and Glimmer Gang basically, and that was pretty much it. Like there were a couple others, but those are the main ones that I started listening to. I ended up joining the Lorcana HQ Discord, like
Mhm.
the fan Discord that was there for a while. And there were like less than 2,000 members in the Discord at the time, and I remember being really surprised at the lack of content being made around the game
Yeah.
already at that point. And there was a serious lack of like quality content. Um, being made just
Mhm.
like in quantity. There just wasn't that much. And so I was like, well, dang, like this. I've always enjoyed making videos. I've always enjoyed like recording
Mhm.
gameplay, and like in the past, I've uploaded YouTube videos of me and my friends like playing different games that we would play and things
Sure.
like that. So I've always been a little bit interested in the content creation and video creating side of things. And I was like, this is a perfect time for me to like do that for this game. Like there's a space for it if I try really hard and like work really hard to learn how to make videos that look really nice and give it my all.
Mhm.
Maybe there's an audience that I can build there. And so that's what I did. Like I remember I think it was January 19th or it may have been January 16th that I saw the IGN article, and then it was like less than a week from the day that I saw the article that I uploaded my first Lorcana video. And it was super well received by everybody, like in the community. I was very surprised at how supportive everybody was, because I was like, I'm just a dude that's never done this before. I literally just got here. I actually remember Hobbies and Happiness used to host these weekly roundtables where they'd bring on like any content creator that wanted to be on there. So there'd be like 10 of us just sitting in a live stream, all talking about the current news for
It's
Lorcana.
awesome.
And before I had even uploaded a video, he messaged everybody and he was like, if you want to be on the stream, just let me know. So I messaged him and I was like, I don't even have a video up yet, but I'm editing one now and it's gonna be up. Like, can I join? And to my surprise, he said yes. And so like I joined,
Heck
got to
yeah.
meet everybody. But everyone was super supportive with my content, and that really like drove me and pushed me to, continue to try to make really good content and build a community out of that. And
Mhm.
then of course we have the whole journey of Lorcana being released and everything that happened there. And now
Yeah.
we're here, I
Now you're
guess.
here. Now you're the host of one of the most fun podcasts on the weekly basis, doing not
Yeah,
only good content, you're great content. just killing it out there, man. Like, you know, you know how you say like those people you looked up to, the citizens of Lorcana. You are
Mm-hmm.
that for the next generation, like me
Yeah.
included. Like your content was one of the first YouTube videos I seen in the Lorcana space, and I was like, this is the greatest thing. And then I went through like the card list, and what do you
Mm-hmm.
know? There's only one guy that I was like, is he in the game? He's in the game.
Yeah.
So I was like, I got on Twitter the day of, and I was like, I want to be here. Don't I want to be here? And then
Mm-hmm.
so people, you inspire people now. You're the guy to do that. That's amazing, man.
Yeah, it's still something I really struggle to wrap my head around because I'm sure you can relate. Every content creator I've talked to has some form of imposter syndrome,
Every day.
and like I definitely do. And something that I think is just like so funny is like John T was the first YouTuber that I found for Lorcana.
Mm-hmm.
He had probably the best quality videos out at the time. Um, and it was obvious he knew what he was doing. I later learned that he had already done like YouTube before, and he had a channel that had 100,000 subscribers. He
Mm-hmm.
had his plaque, and it was all very intimidating. I remember after the first video that I uploaded, on the next Hobbies and Happiness stream I couldn't make, but I watched it, and like John T brought it up and said something about it and like gave it a real good compliment. And like at the time, that was everything. It was like, oh my gosh, this guy like watched my video. He said it was really good. It was so cool. And like I viewed John T that way for the longest time. It's
Mm-hmm.
like this guy that was just
Let's
like
go.
so good at content I looked up to. And it's like a year into this now, and like I'm hosting a show alongside him every week, and like we talk weekly, and we're good buds. And it's really wild to look back and like see the position that I'm in now for this game. And if there's one thing that I like to tell people when it comes to content creation, because I've solely, well, maybe not solely, but I think a big part of like how I got where I'm at was I just asked. Like I never thought that Dan from Hobbies and Happiness would say yes to me coming onto his stream,
Yeah.
having not ever uploaded a single video. Like, but he did. And I got on there and got to talk to everybody, meet everybody,
Mm-hmm.
and like I would just message people and ask
Yeah.
them stuff, ask them to be on, or I'd ask them about tips or help with certain videos, and like just network and create friends. And there have been so many times where I have thought about not doing something, and then I
Mm-hmm.
just went ahead and did it,
Yeah.
and like to my surprise it worked out fine.
Right.
um so I think like just looking at how I got where I'm at, it's inspiration for me, and I hope it's inspiration for others to like
It is.
don't be afraid to just like reach out and say something, or like take a risk. Like don't don't knock yourself out before you've even like tried.
Absolutely.
Give yourself a chance.
Absolutely. And I mean, that's kind of what I did with you. I was like, "Ooh, should I do it? Should I do it? Should I do it?" I was like,
Yeah.
I was like, you said it. I was like, I did a little lap here. I don't know if you noticed, I move a lot, so I did that. But yeah, like, I mean, not only that, I gotta get a little sappy here, but like, I've seen your tweets about all that stuff, like
Hmm.
and like as someone that can relate that in that sense as well, you inspire us. More than just the content creation, you're a phenomenal person, and you're one of the brightest spots in this community. And I want to thank you so much for being on the show, and I will definitely be looking forward to yap about this beautiful card game with you down the road. And again, thank you so much for everything that you do, and thank you for being on the show with me.
Yeah, man, thanks for having me. It's been awesome.
Well, last thing, you gotta plug yourself. I mean, people already know who you are. You're like the big dog, but it's always time to plug. Where can people find you?
Sure, you guys can find me at YouTube, at b squared 24. You can also find me on Instagram and on Twitter at b squared 24, capital Y, capital T.
Alrighty, sir. Well, I won't keep you any longer. Thank you so much again, and I'll probably talk to you really soon.
Yeah, see you later, Breezy.
See ya. Like, guys, this is so crazy. Hold on. The things that we get to do here, chat. The things that we get to do here, chat. It's unreal. It's unreal. okay, I'm gonna talk about this for a second because it's really, really, really important to me, and it's my show. I'm your host, but like, I'm not lying when I say this. When I talk about how like his content was one of the first Lorcana content I've actually got to see, because I got into the game when um the cards were available, right? Well, not available. You know the scandal. But like his videos were one of the first videos I've seen, and I was like, this is so cool. This is so great. And now he was on the like, what, dude? What? Ah, you know, I felt that way about the first episode. It's Lorcana is thriving. It is thriving. I'm fanboying, dude. This is so good. I'm kicking my own chair from happiness, dude. This is so cool. Thank you so much, Mr. B squared, Mr. Brandon. This is so cool, man. I like goosebumps, man. It's so cool. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone that's coming in. There's a lot to go. We got about 20 some minutes to our second guest. And thank you everyone that's stopping by, saying hello. Y'all mean everything. I'm gonna go through the chat a little bit with the guests. I it's hard for me to do that because like they're talking. He was speaking gospel, and I can't stop a man. But yeah, again, unbelievable stuff, man. Just like he said, just shoot your shot. Do one of these into DMs. Do one of these. What's up? So like. People say yes. But chat, this is crazy. There's so much to talk about. So next segment I want to talk about after dark. We're here, dude. Look at the logo. We got a logo. Look at the logo. Look at the logo. It's so crazy. Things are changing. So usually I play the game. Can't. Don't wanna. So we are moving to this format, and it's been great. I think people are enjoying it. I hope people are enjoying it, and I don't know why people are enjoying it, because like he said, imposter syndrome is really real, and I feel it every day. But yeah, man, let's just jump into the next thing I want to talk about, which is my Twitter thread. For the next couple of minutes, we're going to talk about why I'm talking about certain things. Beginning of the week, I dropped a Twitter thread for this show, which I'm going to do another one on tomorrow to talk about the next. There are 12 people. Oh my god, that's only here, right? Because Twitter's live right now too. I don't know how many people are on Twitter, but hi Twitter, hi YouTube, hi. You got 17 people. That's thriving. People are excited. Let me know how that goes. Let me know who wins. I want pictures, Mr. Goon. But yeah, we're diving into something really, really cool. Can I please see my profile so I can go to my Twitter and then 2,000 people saw that. That's crazy. Let me see if I can find this thing. Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay, cool. So, chat. I need a Jamie. I truly do need a Jamie. So, chat. I left the Twitter thread. I was like, Lorcana After Dark Twitter thread, chat. Okay, also, if you're on Twitter, can you like retweet that live feed on Twitter? Thank you. Hearts. But no, I left the Twitter thread about everything Lorcana. I was like, INKLAND is right around the corner. Give me your this card go this deck or card going to go brr. I don't talk like that. Wow. I don't text the way I talk. That's weird. But give me your this deck is gonna go brr. Takes for the set. If you have a deck list, even better, because I can talk about it even longer. Chat. I will start. I said I was like, I'll do it. Ursula discard is insane. It's gonna be a problem. The sudden chill Discard 2 is a crazy little combination you can truly do in a discard deck if you have John Silver. So it's all about one small pooch, Mr. Lorcana says. Well, Miss, my bad. Lorcana says it's all about one small pooch. Uncommon Pluto into the 2 dock is going to be unbeatable head start. That is definitely true. The curve is crazy. That curve is crazy. Because I know most likely the Pluto is going to die the next turn. But you got your dock out. And then dock turn 2 means your next turn is the curve is going to be really strong. And you can do a lot with it. You can bring out the bodyguard, the Baloo, a bunch of things that might beat out that curve to a better option and opportunity. Are you going to play discard? I might. So I'm getting bullied into potentially drinking the Sprite Kool-Aid and play Lemon Lime. I'm really looking forward to that format, but Emerald Steel might be the next option as well. Down with the discard decks. I'm sorry, I gotta play Emerald. That's kind of, for obvious reasons. I gotta keep my alliance for the Lions. We gotta keep the alliance. I feel like Emerald's more of a horde, to be fair. But we'll talk about that later. The Beast Bayou. This is a deck list that we see here. Ooh, whoa. Let me make that a little smaller for you guys. Okay, so we got the Beast Bayou OTK with Robin Hood, Morph, Robin Hood again, the Prince, Tinkerbell, Jafar, Sheriff, Beast, the Floodborn. Do I keep playing Bounce Control? I mean, it's gonna be potentially one of the best decks in the set still, Mr. Jeffers. But also, thank you for stopping by. Hi, how are you? How was Seasons of Discovery going for you? But yeah, the Beast. This is the combo with the Bayou, the Beast, and the Sheriff or Nottingham. It's basically you discard a card, draw a card, you ping one, constantly to just untap, tap your Beast to quest, or sing. Or sing a song you want for free, basically. So it's just basically unlimited value within that little combo. It's decent. I think the deck is really good. I loved the ping deck that was available in set 2 with the Robin Hoods and stuff like that. So I think there's a little bit of a hope for me there. But I don't know if I'm gonna make this deck. I do have like I don't know how many. Can I say something funny? My Beast Relentlesses were in my bulk pile. Oh, chat. My Beast Relentless cards were in my bulk. Also, Googly Glimmer, thank you so much for the Subaruni. I just noticed. Thank you for the Bezos bucks. Thank you so much. Yeah, no, we definitely do stand that hyperfixation. Never stop hyperfixating on Lorcana. Chat, you hear me? Never stop doing that. Because we're fixated for life. It's a hyperfixation forever. We're just tunnel visioning now. So, yeah. But, again, this deck is really fun. I love the ping decks. Just because you don't need to pull off the combo to really do well. Especially because, like, Steel is just good card piles at this point. Looks like I need to organize your cards. Stop it. No, I don't. Yeah, I do. I have a Snow White just sitting in a pile here. So like, there's a little bit of an organization problem here going on. The funny thing is, I packed about like 8 Beast Relentlesses so far. I bought 2 more, just because I was like, why not? So like, that's kind of a big profit for me. But yeah, no, I wanted to have the set as the first thing because it was still one of my most interesting cards. But again, I think this deck is really fun in the sense of just like having options, because if your combo doesn't work, you're still really good ping deck. Like, it's really, really good ping deck. Just because like Ring the Bell is a really solid card people don't talk about. The Prince is really good in Bodyguard. Jafar is also your draw. Beast and Tinkerbell is just staples in Steel. Smash is really solid, and then along came Zeus is solid. Strike a good matches. Just draw 2, discard a card for your Sheriff, a Relentless combo there. It's just a lot to offer, and it's really, really solid. Robin Hood is, again, we discussed, is a really solid option for challenge as well, because 3/6 is a big body, and it will get rid of a bunch of small guys, and also gain you lore. And that's what we want. That's what we want. More draw, more lore, more power, more ping. So I think this is another deck that I'm definitely planning on playing. A couple of things I'd probably change. I don't know what I would change off the top of my head, but I think strike a good raise or the Titans. I don't think we need, but location hate might be necessarily. We just don't know yet. I don't think. Not a lot of location stuff, but I would definitely play the small Jafar because evasive hate is gonna be important, especially against certain matchups. I would definitely consider playing the Jafar here somewhere. But unless you really want to just go all in your beast combo, then do whatever you want. So I'm really looking forward to that. We got Green Fossa by EC. We already know he's playing Green Fossa. Not much else to say. We love that the option available there. Pirate Llama is coming on board. I mean, I'm playing. So the thing, what I do is I like to have 3 decks available at all times with all 6 colors. So Pirate deck might be an option, but it's still Steel Ruby. So those 2 colors I really want to split, but I might build Tribal because the cards that I'm gonna need for it is gonna be not used in the other decks probably. So I'm definitely thinking about being a Pirate Llama for a bit. Also, if you play your Tribals and you don't put a costume on, come on, like let me have that conversation in person. So if you play a Pirate deck and I don't see you in an eye patch, what are we doing, chat? Um, but again, if you're playing Pirates, eye patch it up at least. That's all I gotta say. Or do what Lorcana Talks did and just wear the hat. It's pretty baller. And then we got Alex Kent with, I personally really like this, but might be too slow to get working, though could focus on shifting up perhaps. Haven't had the chance to dig into it, but seems like a fun combo. So this is Jafar drawing a bunch of cards with your Stitch, because if you have like a bunch of puppies and stuff like that, you can just kind of play it, but you will run out of your resources quick. But if you have just a bunch of, if you just have a bunch of like puppies, then you can really get ahead fast. It definitely is an interesting choice. But if I'm playing this combination, I personally would rather play like aggro, just because the aggro is the code work. I'm definitely gonna play Pirates at one point. But again, when I play Pirates, I'm going all in. Okay, that's kind of just how it works. And then we got Googly here saying Snosberry items. I mean, it's a Googly special. We discussed this last week with him. We're playing Magica and the coin to win games. Jafar's winning you 7 lore. Nah, my duck and my coin will. My duckies will win that game. Sorry about it. It's so good. I love Magica. She's such a cool card. Ursula discard is oppressive. Also, yeah, that's my take. It's gonna be really, really oppressive. It's gonna be really, really strong. We're gonna really do well, and yeah, I think it has a lot of potential for winning a lot of games. Because if the meta shifts the way I imagine it shifting, which will be the Jafar Steel hype will take over, well, to counter that, you can just discard their whole new world early, win the game. So there's that option available. And I really, really like it. The 99 puppies is huge. Yeah, running it in a puppy deck is great, but any aggro deck with Amber, if you plan to quest with a large number of characters, play 99 puppies first, get 1 extra lore for each quest, and stonks. I really, really like the the 99 puppies card. I think it's a really fun aggro way to win games, and it's gonna be really fun. So yeah, good point. Also, if you're wondering, this is the 99 puppies. This card is really game changing for some decks, especially like when you do the math, like especially in like a competition standpoint where you're playing the game. A lot of the times, the game you do the math of like, oh, do I have game next turn? Yes or no? How should I extend? This, if you don't have that information, you can play around it, sure, but that also causes a lot of resource loss because you're trying to kill guys. So I really like this card a lot, especially for an uncommon. The only problem is uninkable and it's not a song, but like, you know, it's definitely an option if you go wide and Amber tries to go wide. So that's definitely a good choice. Um, and then we got Lord of the Wings. Shout out Lord of the Wings. Um, I'm really looking forward to Ursula Discards, and I have considered mixing with Amber for Ariel and Bare Necessities. Yeah. I'm also drinking the lemon lime discard Kool-Aid. Shout out Lorcana. Ooh, Bennett, I believe, is the lemon lime guy over there. So definitely interested in playing that. I'm really looking forward to the discard situations because Emerald Steel was really fun, but I think there's more opportunities there with the new cards, and it's just gonna make it better. And I'm really looking forward to it. It's gonna kill a bunch of good decks early on with the right cards in the hand. Um, and then we got Will with Steel Song, just upgraded Steel Song. I'm gonna wait for Steel Song discussion for Mr. Zach whenever he comes out of his hyper chamber for his training. But overall, I like Steel Song. I don't. It was one of the decks that I consistently topped in my locals, just because it was such an easy, not easy, but like your answers were given to you in the sense of like, what do I got to do? Oh, this. And that was really fun to like kind of pilot as well, where you just kind of have your cards in your hand, figure it out, go. There was not a lot of like struggles that I had with this. It just clicked a better for me, I guess. And you know, I watched the pros. I watched the goat do his interview for the Illuminateers about the deck profile and like learned a gazillion more information about this deck. So I'm looking forward to what the evolution of Steel Song is because Steel Song has been around since set one and it's just always been consistently good. And we kind of got it disappeared early on in this set, but I do genuinely think we will see it come back for a bit because people are comfortable with their decks, right? A lot of the times when sets come out, usually we get transitioned into like aggro just because it's like play cards, win game quick without really teching much. And then it will evolve into control, and it just control decks will take over, and then we'll just have that situation where um, the control decks will take over when kind of end the set, and then cycle continues because people will figure out what's good, what's available to counter the aggro, and then that becomes really good because aggro loses the control, and then just kind of piles on. But Steel Song, we have your classics with Stitch and Cinderella as your one drops. It's always good. I know the conversation regarding the end of um, Queen. Not a lot of Steel Songs are running Queens anymore, just because it was just not valuable enough for a lot of cases. That's some people played Captain Hooks for turn two, Whole New Worlds. But I think with the curve and stuff, this might change. With Pluto, Pluto is just one of the better cards in the set. It's just uncommon. I think it's going to be really solid in most decks that we're going to see that play Amber. And we discussed earlier as well. Robin Hood, the Goon Robin Hood. I shout out the Goon. Always love seeing more goons in the game. And then we got Be Our Guest. We got Be Our Guest. And then we got two flutes. I love the flute. Two is enough. That will win you the game. And then you got my queen. Thank you so much for not playing the Simba. Because if you played the Simba, I would have been upset. So I do appreciate that. Also, chat, I do have a proposal. I can't say words. Whew. Chat, doing a talk show, can't say words. cancel me right now. But yeah. So if you play Simba in your Steel Song decks, it's on site, and not Kita. It's actually on site, chat. Like if you're playing Simba, and you play Steel Song, it's on site. Play Kita. It's the better card. I don't make the rules. You're playing Trump or Mickey? Ooh, value. We love that. We love that. We love that. We love that. The Bare Nest Cities, obviously really good. We're playing the Trump or Mickey. That's a whole different conversation. Kita is better than Simba. That's just how it works. Like I said, it's on site if you do not do that. Okay? This is a message for Zach and other Steel Song players. He just kind of is the face of the color, the combination in my eyes. So like this message goes to the president of Steel Songs, which is him. No, he didn't create it, but he took the face of it on Twitter, so therefore he's the face. So this message is for you. Tell your people to switch their Simbas with Kitas. Okay? Cool. Good conversation. Nice to meet you. No. It's I have 2 cases waiting for me on Switch to cracked up. Let's go, dude. Cases. I'm so excited. I'm taking the work off that day, by the way, chat. I'm not going to work that day. Why would I go to work that day? It's the best day of life. I'm gonna see some familiar faces. We're gonna see some familiar faces. It's gonna be really good. It's gonna be awesome. I am also I'm hoping to attend an event the day of to see what I can do sealed. So Mr. Knive, I will be looking at your entire Excel sheet Friday as a crash course to win more cards. So I appreciate your hard work so people like me can read it and do well. So he's doing really good work for every dumb person like me. So anyway, we got Ariel at 4. We got Ariel is just the heart of the deck, right? And then along came Zeus, another just free removal that this deck totally needed. Grab your sword. This deck is just not running smashes anymore just because why would you when you can sing it, right? And then we got 2 whole new worlds, 4 Robin Hoods, which I'm really looking forward to what Robin Hood can do in a steel, just any steel deck, because I really like its ability. I'm gonna definitely try to make it work in my Cogsworth Sapphire Steel situation, because I think this with resist is gonna be really, really solid, because you can't kill it. Good luck killing this thing. And if you do, I profit, so who cares? And then we got also this with like support, maybe really good. Because then you can just make this guy bigger. Also taking the day off to go to Disney. Ooh! Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Downtown Disney. Oh, you go to downtown. Oh, I go to Disney Springs. As you can see. So, yeah, we will definitely do that. The Rockstar Stitch, definitely a good call. Cinderella and Pluto. The Pluto is really exciting, man. The Pluto is definitely an Amber's a great addition into their set. But yeah, this is definitely one of the decks that I'm really looking forward to seeing what it does. With especially Ruby Amethyst potentially not going around. But we'll see. And then we got Fui. I don't, guys. I really I don't. What do you think about Jafar Steel Amethyst? I've discussed this with Brandon. It's really good. It's really good. That's the only deck that I've actually played with Chapter 3 stuff. Set 3. I don't want to say Chapter 3, but I always will. It's really solid. I really enjoy it. However, it is not as broken. Just because I guess data is very limited right now. But like it will win you games. The moment you pull it off, you're winning the game. Like that's how it works. Because as much as like Whole New World is your big win condition, Jafar just being alive will win you. Will just gain you lore because you can just tap it, sing a song, however you want to do it. Play cards like Maleficent, a whole new world, not whole new world, friends on the other side that just gets you micro lore and with more draw power. I think it's really really solid, and I do believe like with cards that also banishes and draws you cards, it will also offer more power there as well. So the whole new world combo will win you games, but there's other micro draw power in the deck, like the genie potentially draw 3, and just more addition that will actually get you those smaller lures to kind of get to 20 faster. And if you don't pull it off, Steel Amethyst is a good deck too. Like it doesn't need it to be good. It already topped events last set. It just gets better with Genie, with stuff that just draws you more cards. It's just really good. I do genuinely believe it's a good deck. We don't have enough data to be like, yeah, it's the best deck, but it's really good. It's gonna be a good powerhouse. And then we got Ruby, Simba, Peter Pan. Gonna make a Ruby Amethyst aggro bounce tier 0. I mean, it's already tier 0, right? I mean, the aggro isn't, but like people are already playing the aggro variant, and I'm really looking forward to what Ruby Amethyst shifts into. Because there's a lot of good cards in it, but I haven't like, other than the Queen's location where you draw a bunch of cards, I don't think I've seen a lot of like, oh, this card's shooing, right? I mean, Medusa maybe, but like the deck is already so good. It's just so crazy. And then we got my Ursula problem being solving another issue, which is a whole new world Amethyst. I mean, even like Ursula's ability to just discard at friends on the other side is really really good. I grab your sword, or just bunch of discard power that will really make this game feel a little bit better. But ladies and gentlemen, that was my Twitter threads. Dude, guys, we got segments. Chat. We got like segments in here, right? We got like segments and stuff. Isn't that cool? Isn't this a real show now? Like we did a segment and then we're gonna just transition into our second interview? Like what? Dude! Ha! Look at me! Look at this professional show. High five, chat. Boom! Let's go. I'm gonna do some of these. I'm gonna do some of these. We're gonna do one of these. Boom babies. I haven't done a boom baby. What's up? Boom baby. Come on. It's a great day to be. It's a great day to be a Lorcana player. All right, chat. I'm gonna sit down. That, you know what that means? It's interview time with yours truly. But my next guest is another upcoming star in the Lorcana scene. This is how tall I am, by the way, chat. This is my actual height. Shout out my short kings. No, I'm like 5'9". Fun fact, I'm 5'9". Like just exactly 5'9". Not like 5'9.5". Just it's kind of fun. But chat, without further ADHDing, I do want to take a moment to bring my next guest over. Showtime, he says. Look at the guy. All right, chat. Without further ado, I will introduce Mr. Impact TCG. You're muted. All right. What's up, dude?
What's up, man? Get my camera going. There we go.
Camera. Hold on. Boom.
There we go.
Oh yeah, we got, dude. My guests are so like models, man. I didn't know this show's I didn't know this show's just a model show. Look at that. Ooh, we dancing. Let's go. Okay. How are you doing, man? Thank you so much for being on the show. How's everything? INKLANDs are here. What's up?
Man, we just living a life every day. Hey, I haven't got that much testing in with Into the English, but I just got my Pixelborn client fixed and everything. So I got a few matches in. I've been testing out some, Pirate Steel Ruby deck, just a little bit. I don't really know what I'm doing too much, but hey, we getting in there though, and we finna come at you with some content soon too.
All
So
right, all right. We need the content, man. We need the content because you know, one of the first things I've saw about you was that the box video, the one that you pinned on your Twitter. It's just like it just matched that like the juice that like you know I have and the bring and just it just matched so perfectly. So like you need more content out there, man. But you, without like too much into INKLAND, what I know you said pirates, but like. Give me your rundown real quick of like what are some you know what got you excited the most, what are we chasing, what just give me your little what's getting you hyped like that again,
man, so when Rise of the Floodborn came out, you know, my favorite car in the set was this bad boy right here.
Ooh, that's money right
Look,
now.
I'm telling you, look, I did my best to do everything I could to make that car good. In fact, my most viewed video on my, you know, very small channel, Impact TCG, if you guys don't know, the most viewed video on that channel is my showcase of my Emerald Steel deck featuring Beast Relentless. And it was so good. And I actually topped a couple of times at locals with it. And like it was so fun. But after a while, as the format, you know, began to develop even more, it just could not keep up with Ruby Amethyst at a consistent basis. So now that we got, you know, this new combo, we don't know for sure if it's gonna be, you know, really, really good in the game. You know, I kind of view it as this might be the Ruby Sapphire popsicle control of this set, where like it gets super, super popular, you know, at the beginning, and then people just begin to figure it out and it begins to phase out. But you know, knowing me, I don't like to play meta decks. You guys were just
Rogue Goblin, let's go.
I'm telling you, look, hey, and you're a former Yu-Gi-Oh player too, so being a Rogue Goblin in Yu-Gi-Oh is tough. But in Lorcana, I feel like I can do that a lot better because creativity does go a long way in this game, more so than you know Yu-Gi-Oh. You know, and Yu-Gi-Oh, hey, you know,
I play gimmick puppets, dude. I know.
Hey, it's a different beast over there, man. And so, you know, after a while, you know, maybe once everybody figures out, you know, how to beat, you know, this new Emerald Steel, you know, ping deck, you know, with this combo, you know, eventually that's gonna phase out the meta, and then I'm gonna come back around with the deck and start surprising people with it and smacking them with it. I think that. So
all right. Well,
I'm excited about, man. Just you know, me being able to actually use these beasts. I've had them in my
money card now.
Oh yeah, it's crazy, man. That explosion. Did you see that? Like
$40 right now.
Come on.
Selling. It's not even just like, oh, it's gonna stay there. It's selling for $40
overnight, bruh. Overnight. It's insane. Like, but you know, it's probably not gonna be that good. You know, once people figure it out. However, you know, that's not the only thing I like to mess around with. I am a Steel player at heart. I feel like Steel is just that good, and
it's so good.
I feel like I just always have to play it in whatever ink combination I have. But you know, I got some Sapphire Steel I'm gonna be cooking up too, so I'm really excited for that. You know, like if you want to be a competitive player, you know, you kind of have to play, you know, something that's, you know, fairly competitive. So
right, but you can't, you know, like you say, we're goblins in a heart, so we can't just like chip in and be like, oh, tier 0, time to go.
Woo! Right.
It's just one of those things. But yeah, that's exciting. That's exciting. Any chase cards that are like, if I pack this is the greatest moment of my life type of situation.
Ooh, that enchanted Robin Hood.
Ooh,
I need that.
Okay, you need
hey,
it. Yeah,
I need it, man. That card is that's my favorite enchanted set. I know yours is the Kita, and of course, the freaking Emperor's layer and everything,
my home.
Dude, like the enchanters in this set are
incredible.
They met my expectations. I know some people don't like the art, but hey, man, forget that, man. These are awesome. I love these, honestly.
I don't like in chapter 2, I had this conversation with my LGS where the enchanters I was talking about, I was like, okay, there's not a lot that I really want other than Alice. Like Alice was my like chase of the set 1. I luckily packed it, but like other than that, the chapter 2 enchantments for me was just like, okay, these are cool cards, but like, eh. But chapter 3, I feel like there's not a single card that I wasn't like, I need this. Like, there are some that like the Bell's location is okay, but like, even I still want it. And it's just such a good, like, the Zeus card, the camel, it's just a metal, it's a rock album cover, man.
Oh my god. Please, I need those. And like, that's why I decided to just go ahead and start the format off just by buying 2 boxes. Usually I've done 1 box, at the beginning of each set, but I went ahead and just got 2 because hey, I need some of these enchantments, man. Like,
I need it. Yeah.
I am the unluckiest person when it comes to pack pulls. Like, I've only pulled 1 enchanted since Lorcana has started, man. And it just so happened to be the Alice, but I was super excited. I pulled up at the shop on like a Friday night. Like, I had my pajamas on and everything, and I was just like, man, just give me some packs. Man, like 3rd pack, boom, it was right there. I was like, sheesh.
Let's go. Nice. That's awesome. Yeah, we love packing random enchantments, but the chapter 3 is your chapter. You're packing all of that. The boxes are gonna hit. I believe in all of that because like it comes around. Like, I felt that in chapter 2. I only packed 1 and I bought 2. Like, that's why I have like 9 relentless beasts. I've chased so many enchanters, no luck. But yeah, no, it's exciting to be doing all of this because not only just for the game that's probably evolving in the meta, because like the combo is coming up, the Jafar that we just discussed is coming up. There's just a lot of addition into the deck, but then again, we haven't seen the Ruby Amethyst 3.0 yet, so we don't know. But it's really exciting in a sense because I don't know about you, but my locals it's kind of flattening out because people are tired of playing Ruby Amethyst. People are just tired of just like having into their events and going in. So I don't know about your local scene, but that's kind of what's happening with me. Do you think the chapter 3 is going to bring that juice back? I know the Lorcana Goon, he hosts tournaments on Tuesdays in his local, and right now 17 people are there. So like, do you think the chapter 3 is bringing that back?
Oh, absolutely. Like, I feel like this chapter is bringing some oomph and some fire.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, like the cards are just much better compared to the cards in Rise of the Floodborn. I mean, of course, we had some really good cards in Rise of the Floodborn, but this set right here is going to change the game a lot more. And I think locations are going to have a big role in that. I mean, in just a few games I played, like if you have a couple of locations on board that give you lore turn after turn after turn, that stuff adds up, and that's going to create speed, the need for speed in the game. Like, you're not going to want to mess around too much unless you're able to get rid of these locations, fast enough. And like, I just feel like with all the alternative win conditions that the new cards have now, like, the game is promoting speed. So these games are going to get done a lot faster. Like, being able to gain 7 lore just like that off of a 2-card combo, like, the game is promoting speed. And if you're not playing speed, I don't think you're not going to be able to win too many games. So you're definitely going to want to keep up.
The big impact cards are going to be very impactful. Like, Jafar is already scared. The 7 lore, like you said, it's just like, it will turn a game just like that, and it's already a scary concept. The alternative lore methods are really interesting that they're adding into this game. The passive from locations. We got the book last set. We got Grandma Tala from the Sapphire. Just this like alternative ways of gaining lore just is so interesting to me because it's not an alt win con, but it really feels like it, right? Because you can really focus on, I don't have to quest anymore. I can just do this one thing really well, and I'll win the game. And I think that's just so fascinating. It's going to speed that up. I think the control decks are going to also try to go aggro. They're trying to get under. We already saw that in chapter 2 because like a lot of the Red Ruby Amethyst started playing those like minis and stuff like that to get ahead a little early to not get behind on those certain situations. So I think you're so right, and it's so exciting. And it doesn't feel, I don't know how, like, it doesn't feel like a power creep just yet, right?
Right. Facts. And like, just imagine like being able to do something like if you're playing a Sapphire build and you've got like the Grandma Tile in play, a Fishbone Quill, and a Bell with 10 ink in the Inkwell, like you're putting 2 cards into the Inkwell. Well, actually 3 cards into the Inkwell. 1 for your regular ink, 1 for Bell, one for Fishbone Quill, and you're questing for 5 with her, and you're gaining lore off of that with the Grandma Tyler, and you could probably still quest the Grandma Tyler if need be.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
that's a
And Lucky
massive
Dime.
lore swing in one turn. It's like 10 lore.
Mhm.
Like that speed is going to be important. But to answer your question about like how things were going at my locals, I mean, yeah, it was getting kind of stale, but you know, we averaged like 30 people per
That's really good.
Saturday.
Oh,
And
nice.
yeah,
Good
and we
turnout.
averaged like 15, you know, on Friday nights. But like, you know, people tried to keep it fresh. We have a lot of people that like to help out other people, you know, who are at the locals. Like if they need cars, I'm talking about we got people who are giving cars away for free. Shout out to my boy Ryan, who's at the shop.
Love that.
Yeah, Memphis, Tennessee, Memphis Greater Magic Arena, man, awesome Lorcana scene. Everybody is
awesome.
like so friendly to each other and everything, and
Mhm.
I just love playing there. The community's great. We got some events coming up this weekend for the new set.
Let's go.
Super excited. But yeah, I feel like things got stale, but people tried to keep it fresh just by having fun playing different decks. But you know, at the same time, you know, people want to win, you know, so we had the Ruby Amethyst players there and everything, but it was still fun. But I think this is gonna bust it wide open right here.
Oh, for sure. Hopefully it's not just hopeful thinking, but I'm on the same boat. I think the set is just gonna change the game. The speed, like you said, it's just gonna really crack open what's been kind of killing us slowly, which is the control deck that's been the big bad wolf around. But so it's just one of those things that I'm really looking forward to. And that's awesome that your scene is looking really nice. And like you said, I mean, I've been saying this since like the moment I started yelling loud about Cusco on Twitter. But the community is just what makes this game so addicting. Is that like you go to these events, you go to these like the social media, everything is just so positive. Like like we have a tier 0 format right now. Right, like we have a tier 0 format. Unfortunately, as much as I hate to say it, it was a tier 0 format. 60% was a Ruby Amethyst. In any other card game, I mean Yu-Gi-Oh, we've seen tier limits, we've seen Snake Eyes right now. We were just people are already upset. Like people are already like, I can't stand this right now. This is the worst time ever. And even that we have it right now, Lorcana doesn't have that. People are still going to things, and people are just like still enjoying their time because like, how can you be upset when you're playing with like a Stitch card? Right? Like it's just
right, dude.
It's just such a phenomenal experience, and I think the community is what really everyone's kind of falling in love with alongside the game.
Dude, oh my gosh, like that's what drew me to Lorcana. Just being able to play with these cards that are so nostalgic to you. I mean, Yu-Gi-Oh is very nostalgic to me as well, you know. But like, I grew up loving both, but Disney just I feel like Disney just played such a much bigger role in my life than you know Yu-Gi-Oh started. You know, Disney started really early. I'm talking about like I'm 2 years old watching The Lion King. You know what I'm saying? I don't know anything about it. Yu-Gi-Oh, nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
Simba was on the screen as like one of the first memories. It's just one of those things.
Right. Like no, like seriously, like I have early childhood memories of me watching Lion King in my parents' first home. Like I'm 2-3 years old watching Lion King, and I love it. I'm watching it on replay, and like I have a baby sister. She's 9 years old now, but just like even just a few years ago, she used to play Moana like on rewind back
Such
to
a
back
good movie. First of
like,
all,
right. Like, you know, just little stuff like that. Like Disney, you know, touches you in a different way.
Yeah.
You know, and like on top of, you know, growing up playing Kingdom Hearts, you know, that helped as well. Like Kingdom Hearts, hey, it's different, man.
2 still to this day. I still have it, play it, boot it. Like I'll get on the Nightmare Before Christmas world and just have the best time of my life.
Dude.
Yeah.
I'm ready for the Nightmare Before Christmas cards.
You think it's coming? Oh, okay. This has been like a very yes or no. People, I've been every place I go to, and people ask me this question. I'm like, give me Nightmare. I want Oogie Boogie in my life.
Want it. I need it.
We need it, right? We need it.
like we're already not gonna get like Tarzan stuff, and Tarzan's my #1 favorite Disney movie ever. But Nightmare Before Christmas is #2, and like. Come on, like I need something.
There's so much locations. There's so much There's so many characters, items, the gift, the wraith. Like the items alone are just so good. the
Yeah.
characters. I'm not even gonna like the characters are iconic. We already know the locations. There's so much good there that like they just need to draw it in and
You
just
know,
steal all of our money and have a good time.
dude, I'm calling it right now. The holiday season set this year, I think that's when they're gonna do it.
Oh, it would
They're gonna
break.
lay it on us for the holidays, bro.
It would break this. It would break the scene. I would lose
Dude,
my Enchanted Jack Skellington will actually like.
dude, look at that. Think about that. You can have that in your binder.
Oh, like what else do we need? What else do we need? What else do we
Dude,
need?
dude, that's see, that's the type of stuff that's what I love about Lorcana, man. It's just the possibilities are virtually endless.
Yeah.
Like they're virtually endless, and it just depends on how far they want to go. I know, copyright things, legal things,
Right.
role in this. But like other than that, like the possibilities are virtually endless. Like we could get so much, and I love the way the game is going right now. The game is very fun. It's very easy to learn. Like it's not super difficult. I mean, you read the cards and you do what the cards say.
So easy.
And there aren't a lot of like loopholes or crazy confusing rulings, even though there are some rulings that you have to be aware of. However, it's a really easy game to pick up, and it has unlimited growth potential.
Yeah. No, I agree because like, yeah, I've been saying this to people because I taught this game to all of my friends. It took me 30 minutes to teach them. Be like, this is what you do. This is the cards. We'll figure it out. It's so easy, such an easy game to get everyone into, and everyone can just kind of relate to a character too. Because like, who does, like you said, who doesn't know a Disney character they love? It's impossible to have that. And it's just one of those things where you can also even bring that up into your daily conversation. Like I was talking about Lorcana with a friend at work today. They never seen what the cards look like other than the ones at my work. And like, it was like, do they have X so-and-so's cards? I was like, yes, actually, you brought this up. Robin Hood has like 4 cards. Look at them. And they're like, oh my God, this is awesome. So it's such a iconic. It's just. I mean, we talked about with Brandon earlier too. It's like, what other IP is as big as Disney, right? It's gonna be like what like who else is gonna be top 3 if Disney can't? And it's so fascinating, and it's such an easy card game to learn, but it is hard to master. It's so easy to like play for fun. You can just play 2 decks, have a good time, no problem. But it is really complicated, which also for like people like us, where it come from different TCGs or like anyone that wants to compete or play a good game, they got their fix as well because there's so much like strategy and just so much, and just overall it's just one of those games where we can talk about and really in the silliest aspect what card makes you happiest to what is the meta, and it's just such a beautiful little concept, and the community makes it worth it, man.
Absolutely. Like that's kind of why, like, I think this format, I'm gonna take the ladder on Pixelborn a little bit more seriously. I'm a very creative type of guy. I love to be in the lab. Like I just like to do stuff. See what works, see what I can bring in. That can compete with the meta, and just being able to do that. And moving up in the ranks on Pixelborn. Learning what works, what doesn't work.
Absolutely.
I really want to take the ladder seriously, especially since things are really starting to get competitive. This year, we've got organized play, and like we want to win, so it's gonna take some work. Like these things aren't gonna be easy. Top and everything, and like I want to make sure I'm ready, and that's exactly why I plan to take.
You're going back in the cave, the lab, whatever, and just cooking whatever you gotta. Yeah, I like that. So if you're gonna take the game serious, that's what you gotta do. You gotta learn all your matchups, all your techs. What are you gonna do? It's just over and over again. And I'm not the most competitive player at this point. But yeah, that's what it takes. That's just what it takes. Just hours and hours in practice. That's why we don't see any competitive players on social media right now, because they're just locked in into the and just like I love Zach, but he's been out of the social media because he's cooking something back there, and it's just so nice. The competitive aspect is fantastic. I'm hoping the OP stuff comes out, and so exciting. It's only the beginning, man, and I'm really excited for it. But in the last couple of minutes, I did that with Brandon. I'm gonna do that with you. Tell me why Lorcana, how Lorcana, when Lorcana, what Lorcana, what is the Impact TCG story? I know you said Yu-Gi-Oh, but give me a little rundown real quick, man.
So yeah, man. So like, I feel like doing something in the media is something I've always wanted to do. Creating content, and I have done it. I have had a Yu-Gi-Oh channel in the past, and you know, creating that content started when I was in college at the University of Tennessee at Martin,
Ooh.
and me and a few guys in our dorms, just started making videos, and like the channel was, doing really, really well. And then at the time, I was a nursing major at the time, but so like my junior year, I started the program, and I just had no time to create content. So after that, I still ended up changing my major from nursing, but I never really got back started, in that TCG content creation. And so I just after that, I just focused on playing Yu-Gi-Oh, getting good, going to regionals, trying to be as competitive as I could be. Have had a lot of fun doing that, being on the road with my guys back in college, everything. And then, as I got older, I took a little break from Yu-Gi-Oh, maybe like a year break at some point. And then I moved to Savannah, Georgia, where that fire just came back. Like I met some guys,
Awesome.
and like friends who I'm still friends with to this day. Like met them, got back real competitive in it. But after that, so I moved back to Memphis, where I'm originally from, back in like June. And so I'm like, oh, okay. So now I gotta, find new people to play Yu-Gi-Oh with. So in the process of me doing that, like I was watching INKLAND 40's video one day. He's a very big Yu-Gi-Oh tuber, for those who don't know, and he mentioned something about this game called Lorcana. And I was like, what? And it was like a picture of the Elsa, and I was like, is this what I think it is? Like, is this really like a Disney card game? So I was like, okay. And like at this point in my life, like I'm already thinking about like, okay, what's the next regional for Yu-Gi-Oh? Am I gonna be able to go
traveling? Sure.
Yes. And so like I dropped everything, and I started looking up, okay, what's this Lorcana stuff? And I found out about it, and I was hooked immediately. And I was like, with this game being so new, I think this is a great chance for me to get back into the content creation space, do something that I love to do, and connect with the community that has just started to be built. And I saw that people had already been making Lorcana content for close to
a year now,
8-9 months, almost a year. But I was like, I think it's still early enough, for me to put an imprint right there. And that's what got me started, man. Like I just I loved it. And some things came up in life, a few months ago, so where I wasn't able to be as consistent as I wanted to be. But now, things have stabilized, leveled out, and everything. And I'm coming back with the consistent content. Super excited. I never thought that like this is something I'd be back doing again. Like I'm really like a big sports guy. Like I thought I'd be making content, for sports. At some point. Like I'm a huge sports guy. Grew up. I grew up a football coach's son.
Oh wow.
So like I view the game differently. So so like that's really what I thought. I'd be making content for. But when I discovered Lorcana, I was just like, this is for me right here. This is for me, and this is something I'm gonna stick with. Like I'm invested in it. Like I'm super excited. And super excited for so much that's to come. And like we're not even a year in, dude.
It's just the beginning.
Like, it's already like this good. You know what I'm saying?
The beginning, man. And we were just getting started, and in the content creation, there's so much room there. There's already magical people in it, but there's always room for more. And your energy, just the passion you bring. We need more of that. We need more content from you, man. You need more of it. Because it needs it. This place needs more juice, and you're gonna bring that.
Man, I appreciate that for real. Like,
of course, man.
Man, the support that like I get on Twitter, or X as people call it now, man. Like the support like is real. Like I really appreciate y'all, and y'all inspired me too. Like for real, for real. Like when I saw Kevin, Goons get to 1,000 subs like a few months back, and I was like, man, he hit 1,000.
He's at
That,
two.
and
Congrats,
now
dude,
he's
by
at
the way.
2.
He's got 2.
Yes. Like I'm like, bro, like y'all like inspired me. Like y'all pushed me, bro. Like seriously.
We're gonna keep pushing you, dude. Again, like I said, when the moment I found your content, I'm like, I am hooked. Sign me up. So I'm also small channel. There's so many bigger ones out there, but you're gonna do great because the energy you bring to everything, the passion you have is just all it takes. And I'm a fan. I love chatting with you, and again, thank you so much for coming on the show. You're a busy person, and you taking the time means a lot to me. So I do appreciate that. Nice hoodie, by the way.
Hey, dynamic
nice
fashion.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's beautiful. I'm definitely gonna order one soon. But yeah, man. Thank you so much for on the show. I will definitely chat with you later. I know you already plugged it, but you want to do your last little plug in? Where can people find you? Soon I'll have them, but like I need like a Jamie for I need the Jamie in this channel so I can just plug things in. But where can people find you?
So you can find me on YouTube, Impact TCG.
All right.
And on Twitter, you can find me at Impact_TCG.
Perfect. Perfect.
Hey, give your boy a sub, give your boy a follow. Hey,
there you go. Hell yeah. And then you said content's coming on the way?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, perfect. Well, thank you so much again. It was an honor to have you on the show. Eventually, I will definitely bug you again down the road to be like, hey, can you come back? Can you come back, please? But I'll definitely chat with you later, and I'll definitely be texting you because you're I see a lot of these people just not only just as like a content creator, I just see like it's a community, so I see them as like homies, friends. So I see you as a friend, man. I bug you, I try to annoy you and. Yeah, man, you have a wonderful rest of your day. And again, thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you, guys. Hey, always make an impact wherever you go.
Ooh, let's go. Okay, take care, man. Chat. Come on, man. What, dude? What? The show. Wrap up the show, man. We're killing it. But okay, so again, end of the show is where I usually take a moment to get a little sappy. We're gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna talk about how great the show was, and I will see you guys on Thursday probably if you guys want to check out. So tomorrow Thursday's guests are gonna be. I'll announce it probably tomorrow. I have the thing ready up for it, so hopefully I should be able to get it done. But I do want to talk about it real quick. Today's episode, fantastic. Amazing guests, once again. All-star guests constantly. I'm really looking forward to what this is going to bring. Impact TCG was amazing. I love learning about people's stories, how they came about, why are they here now, and why do we do things that we do. It was so much fun, man. Thank you so much for coming in. I will definitely have you on soon again because okay, so there's a couple for the channel because I don't know if you noticed this, but like this is the Pat McAfee Lorcana edition, right? This is the show where we bring, so I need like recurrent people. That's kind of the next like evolution stage for this, is to have like people that might come on every once in a while consistently. So Mr. Impact, you and the Goon are like my I want y'all in not like every like the consistent people that just like show up and just talk, because like okay yeah. So like I will bug you down the road soon just to have you on again, just to chat what the meta looks like. But yeah, man, some people like do want to have that. But yeah, the love and the support the show's getting phenomenal. I feel honored to at least be part of the show. I'm the GOAT. You're the GOAT. Stop it. No, this is a silly little show, but thank you. It does mean a lot to me. I like the fact that people watch this and like enjoy this is so crazy to me still, and I'm gonna have this feeling probably for the rest of my life if I keep doing this. But like it means a lot. When I say it's a silly show, it's a stupid show. I do mean it, but I don't. I, the fact that you guys are watching it, 9 people here. If I can't have 9 people in this room, I couldn't have 12 people in this room. It just means a lot to me. It's only the beginning, and yeah, man, I had one of my like inspirations on the show today. I had one of my friends / inspirations on the first episode. He literally called me after Jared called me after work saying, "Hey, I would like just talk to me," and it's like it's just unreal. We had Googly, we have people that I just love their contents. Your tweet's always scary. Thank you, thank you, man. I'm sorry for the caps. I do apologize, but like it's not me faking it, and that's something I do want to talk about real quick before I do get out. Like what you get is this in real life. Like I'm gonna see some people soon that are like content creators, and like people are like, "Are you faking this right now?" No, dude, this is me everywhere. Like I'm a little bit more like, you know, I don't approach strangers. I'm not like woo kind of person, but this is the energy you get when you hang out. But so yeah, man, it's all real. The boom baby energy is always going. And also Impact. If you're still here, I'm gonna DM you about something. I've been doing this for all my guests, but I'm gonna need some information from you so I can send you a little gifty. It's a Cusco card. I'm gonna send you a Cusco card. So, but yeah, I'm working on getting those out soon. All my guests are gonna get a little signed copy of a Cusco, from me, just as a thank you. And go from there. So that's the show. We did it, chat. We did it, chat. Woo! Best show ever, baby. Robin Village, the real life genie. Woo! Hey. That's too real. Stop. Do not call. Listen, dude, hold on. No, pause. We can't do that. Cause like, same. Okay, that's too deep. I'll get too deep. That's a huge compliment. I do think about that quite a bit. Cause like, you know, I do that a lot. But you know, the darker side is also similar. But we're not gonna get into that. That's not today's conversation. We'll talk about mental health down the road when I want to cry on a Lorcana After Dark episode. But y'all been amazing. I don't know why I did that. Chat, why did I do that? Because I'm just energetic. That's all. But thank you so much for being on the show, hanging out. Thank you for the follows. Thank you for all the fun times. Y'all are too good. Thank you for hopping into the Lorcana After Dark episode 3. I will be back on Thursday, 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. with new guests, similar conversation topics, because it's all about INKLANDs right now, baby. And we're so back. And I will see you Thursday. Boom, baby.